In the vibrant and ever-dynamic world of global football, few stories capture the imagination of fans like the relentless pursuit by European giants of talent who can elevate their teams to the next level. In 2025, one of the most exciting narratives revolves around Ibrahima Konaté, the French centre-back who has become a key figure at Liverpool, but whose future seems increasingly tied to Real Madrid. What was once mere speculation is now taking on more concrete contours, with strategic moves being made behind the scenes to seal a transfer that could reshape the defensive landscape both at Anfield and the Santiago Bernabeu. The stage is set, and the upcoming chapters promise to be filled with emotion, intense negotiations, and decisions that will echo for years to come. Real Madrid, known for its almost magical ability to attract some of the biggest names in the sport, has already shown its hand by trying to convince Liverpool to let go of Konaté. Although the English club remains determined to keep the track runs until the end of next season, and the possibility of losing him for free is not something Liverpool is willing to accept. On the other hand, Real Madrid knows it must act cautiously, balancing its ambition to strengthen the squad with the need to avoid straining relations with major clubs like Liverpool. It's in this delicate game of chess that the fascination of this story lies. To better understand the magnitude of this battle, one must delve into the unique qualities that make Ibrahima Konaté such a coveted player. Since his arrival at Liverpool, he has proven to be much more than just a solid defender. He is a natural leader on and off the pitch, endowed with a rare combination of physical strength, refined technique, and tactical intelligence. These traits were acknowledged by Eric Healy, Konaté's former youth coach at FC Sox, who recently shared his enthusiastic impressions of the player. According to Healy, Konaté not only has the tools to shine at Real Madrid but also the charisma and personality to become a central figure in Xabi Alonso's locker room. He's the kind of player who inspires confidence in those around him, Healy said. His footwork is impressive, and he can adapt to different tactical systems, whether in a 3- or 4-man defense. He's more than a defender, he's a born leader. Healy's comparison of Konaté with other great defenders of the modern era adds even more weight to the narrative. When the coach suggests that Konaté is technically superior to Antonio Rudiger, currently at Real Madrid, it becomes clear that we're talking about a player who could not only claim a starting spot but also redefine how the team sees its defensive structure. Rudiger, although a formidable athlete who has won major titles since joining the club in 2022, would likely have to make way if this transfer comes through. This raises intriguing questions. Would Rudiger accept a backup role? How does Xabi Alonso plan to integrate Konaté without disrupting group harmony? These questions fuel debates among fans and analysts, who can hardly wait to see how the situation unfolds. Meanwhile, Liverpool faces a complicated dilemma. On one hand, the club's board knows that letting Konaté leave on a free would be a major blow both financially and emotionally. On the other, they are aware that forcing a player to stay against his will could lead to a turbulent season and harm team morale. Peter Rourke, a respected journalist from Football Insider, noted that Liverpool has not yet given up on convincing Konaté to sign a new deal. However, he warned that Real Madrid has the resources to make an irresistible offer, possibly exceeding £40 million. This is the center of it all, and he has the power to shape the outcome. Real Madrid's stance in these negotiations reflects the club's philosophy of seeking opportunity where others see obstacles. Though they initially offered €30 million for the player, a figure deemed too low by Liverpool, the Spaniards are prepared to increase the bid if needed. They also hold the advantage of having Xabi Alonso, a coach admired for his modern vision and ability to attract top-tier talent. The idea of forming a defensive duo of Konaté and Oscar Huijsen, a young Spanish prospect expected to take on a key role, is something that would appeal to any ambitious player. For Konaté, this could be the chance to make his mark at one of the most iconic clubs in the world, competing for titles on multiple fronts and etching his name alongside legends like Sergio Ramos and Fabio Cannavaro. But Real Madrid is not alone in the race for Konaté. Paris Saint-Germain has also shown interest, creating a competitive scenario that benefits Liverpool. With two European giants vying for his signature, the English club could leverage this rivalry to maximize the transfer value. However, Konaté's preference for Real Madrid is a factor that cannot be ignored. His desire to play under Xabi Alonso and be part of an ambitious project in Madrid appears to be genuine, giving the Spaniards a significant psychological edge. For PSG, the challenge is to convince the player that they offer an equally attractive path, perhaps even more lucrative in terms of commercial exposure and domestic success. In this context, it's worth mentioning other moves happening simultaneously in the transfer market. Real Madrid has its eyes on a superstar from Manchester City, although details are still under wraps. Vinicius Jr., meanwhile, remains the subject of speculation regarding a potential departure, with astronomical offers being floated. And Rodrigo, another rising star, is receiving advice from influential figures about his future, particularly in light of growing interest from Arsenal and Liverpool. All these factors contribute to an incredibly lively and unpredictable landscape, where each decision could drastically shift the balance of power in European football. Returning to the case of Ibrahima Konate, it's impossible not to wonder how this story will end. Will Liverpool manage to keep their star defender, appealing to his loyalty and promising a central role in the club's future plans? Or will Real Madrid find a way to seduce both the player and the English board, thus securing yet another key piece for their rebuilding project? Regardless of the outcome, one thing is certain: Konate is on the brink of a new chapter in his career, and all eyes will be firmly fixed on him. For football fans, this is a saga worth following closely, as it promises surprises, twists, and unforgettable moments that will be etched in collective memory for years to come. Ultimately, the battle for Ibrahima Konate transcends the simple act of buying or selling a player. It symbolizes the constant pursuit of excellence that defines elite football, where every decision can mark the difference between glory and disappointment. It's a clash between tradition and ambition, between loyalty and opportunity, between the desire to preserve a legacy and the impulse to build a new chapter. And as the protagonists of this story continue to negotiate, debate, and dream, fans around the world wait eagerly for the next chapter, knowing that, no matter the result, football always wins when stories like this come to life.